chapter 20, verse number 27. This week we're discussing about the conversion between Maitreya and Vidura. Tum ekah kila lokanam klishtanam klesa nasanaha tum ekah kleshatas tesham anasana padam tava tum ekah kila lokanam klishtanam klesha nasanaha tum ekah kleshatas tesham anasana padam tava. Word by word meaning. Tvam, you, ekah, alone, kila, indeed, lokanam, of the people, klishtanam, afflicted with miseries, klesa, the distress, nasana, relieving, tvam ekah, you alone, kleshadaha, inflicting distress, tesham, on those, anashana, not taken shelter, padam, feet, taba, your. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Translation. My Lord, you are the only one capable of ending the affliction of the distressed and inflicting agony on those who never resort to your feet. The words Kleshadas, Tesham, Anashana Padam, Taba indicate that the Lord has two concerns. The first is to give protection to persons who take shelter of His lotus feet, and the second is to give trouble to those who are always demoniac and who are inimical toward the Lord. Maya's function is to give affliction to the non-devotees. Here Brahma said, you are the protector of the surrendered souls. Therefore, I surrender unto your lotus feet. Please give me protection from these demons. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakkhumritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Patakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunanditam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagan Lalita Savishakhanitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhu Vacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nilachara Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Vadabhatra Subhadradham Jagannathaya Te Nama. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining today for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. It is really our good fortune to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam and glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His devotees through these nice katha sessions. And my knowledge on this beautiful subject matter is very limited, but with all of your blessings, I'll try to glorify the subject matter for my own purification. So here in this verse, we see that Brahmaji is offering prayers to Supreme Personality of Godhead. From last two verses, we are seeing that Brahmaji is offering prayers. This verse is very potent because here Brahmaji is saying twice, Tvam ekaha, means Krishna is the only protector, Krishna is the only protector. And if Krishna wants to protect somebody, nobody can do anything. And if Krishna wants to give affliction to anybody, nobody can also help him. So we see that this material world, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described as Dukkhalaya Asvasasana. There is every step of the way, there is danger. It says that Padam Padam Yad Vipadam. Every step of the way, there is some danger. We step up the house, we don't know whether we are going to come back or not, because there is danger in any step. So, an ignorant, foolish person, so he thinks that he is very happy in this material world. We think that yes, we got a good car, we got a BMW car, we got a very beautiful house, we have ring camera in the house installed, we have so many this and that, we have successful kids, and we are happy. We think that we are very happy in this material world. But now if we look at the war which is going on between Ukraine and Russia, the people over there were happiness settled down. They were happy and they were having nice houses and everything. But sometimes when we go through the media, we see how painful and how the distressed the situation is now. The person who had a palatial buildings, everything is, they're kind of, black particles all around. So this material world is a dangerous place, which is full of calamities. And the person who are less intelligent, who prepare, lot of plans how to adjust to these calamities, but they don't have any information about the Supreme Lord's abode, where every tree is basically a wish-fulfilling tree, and it is basically full of bliss, and there is no chances of calamity. So modern civilization, without, when we are having so many outstanding amenities, this cannot guarantee that there won't be any danger. We have nice houses. Sometimes what happens, due to the material modes, the flood comes, the house catches fire due to our own mistakes. Sometimes house catches fire. So a beautiful house, it gets into a little bit of ashes within few minutes. Then we think that yes, to stay safe, we are going to buy the high-end cars. One of my friend, they got a car where if there is a nearby, some car is coming nearby, the car will automatically awaken you up by putting a brake or some kind of indication. That much facilities are there. But still we see so many car accidents are there. There will be some other person coming from the other side and will hit you. That's drunk driving, so many things. You might not be at fault, but due to the material modes, the problems will happen. Kids are going to school, small kids are going to school. There is gun shooting. Parents will be at home or at work. All of a sudden, they'll get a call from the school that there is a gun shooting in the school, come and take a child. How much pain and agony, how much distress we all individuals go through this. And to avoid this, what we do, we go for so many basic amenities. We try to make sure that these problems don't come to us. But somehow or the other, the problems keep on coming. Everything is going fine. Last 3 years, the corona came. Who knew that the corona will create so much devastation in this material world, in this our world? So we always try to go for some insurance policy. The insurance policy, so that our near and dear will be stay happily. When we are not there, they will stay happy. When our health issues are there, the insurance policy is going to take care of us. House has to be insured, car has to be insured, we ourselves has to be insured. But the best insurance policy is to take the lotus feet of Sri Hari, which we will find very often in Srimad Bhagavatam through different pages and through different examples, how to take the shelter of Sri Hari, how to take the Sri Hari and how to render devotional service to him, so that even if the natural calamities are come, somehow or the other, we are safe because we are surrendered to the Lord. So serving a Supreme Personality Godhead is a natural position of a conditioned soul. But sometimes the conditioned soul or the jiva, by the lower modes of material nature, he thinks that I am the doer and I am the enjoyer, and instead of serving, he wants to enjoy everything. So Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us how to serve and what mode we should execute the service and how to feel once completing the service successfully. So our acharyas always say that devotional service to the Lord and his associates is always a blessing. We should consider that we are fortunate enough to get a devotional service. I was just talking to a few Matajis who were doing Garland Shiva. The Matajis are so happy. They were thinking that when they were in India, they were never got exposed to these wonderful services. But now here, they are doing so much nice garlands. When they see that the beautiful Lord Jagannath or Lord Shyamsundar Gaur Nitai are adorned with the beautiful garlands, they feel so happy. By doing the devotional service nicely in a peaceful mode, their connection to the Lordship also increases step by step. The step one step closer to the Supreme Personality Godhead. Sometimes we get a service that looks very difficult to us to start with in the beginning. Just imagine like Srila Prabhupada, when he came from India to US. Srila Prabhupada, when he came, he has very limited Lakshmi with him. His age was not his side and he didn't have followers. Forget about that in India. In India, he got a lot of discouragement. So with that, he came, but he has tremendous faith on Krishna. So what was the result? He established ISKCON and so many centers. In fact, when Prabhupada left, there are 108 around temples in the world. And now today, we are all assembled here. only because Srila Prabhupada's mercy and Srila Prabhupada's tremendous faith on Sri Krishna. For example, there is a beautiful example just wanted to share with us about Hanumanji's service attitude. We should understand how to render service from the example of Hanuman here. Like Hanumanji, he was assisting Lord Sri Ram in going to Sri Lanka to rescue Mother Sita. So there was Indian Ocean and Lord Ram requested Hanumanji, can you please build a bridge for me so that we all can go to the other side of the Indian Ocean and so that we can attack Ravan's kingdom and fetch Mother Sita. So Hanumanji, at the moment when he saw that building the bridge on an Indian Ocean is a Herculean task, and there was no carpenters, no engineers, no one was there, and they are all ordinary monkeys. So how to do this? But Hanumanji never questioned Lord Ram. The Lord Ram, there are so many architects are there. You are the Lord of the universe. You can tell Vishwakarma to build a bridge. But why are you asking me to build a bridge? I'm just a monkey. I'm just your servant. And since I'm a servant, I'm serving you. You cannot give me so much, like difficult task to do. What if I will fail in that one? But Hanumanji has tremendous faith on Lord Ram and his words. So Hanumanji, with Lord Ram's faith in his mind, he decided to build the bridge. And at the end, what happened? He was successful. Hanumanji was never overwhelmed with the service, and he never had a doubt that I can do it or not. Since Lord Ram was told, that was enough for Hanumanji. Hanumanji knew that Lord has faith on me, and I have also faith on Lord Ram. So that was actually the condition and the mood we need to understand. So once the bridge was built, Hanumanji was never puffed up that yes, I have built this bridge and because of me, Lord Ram is crossing on this bridge and he is going to rescue Mother Sita. Lord Ram was not able to do it and I had to do it. Hanumanji knew 100% that nothing is impossible by Lord Sri Ram. If Lord Sri Ram wants, he can do anything because not a single blade of grass can move without Lord's mercy. So our attitude should be like that Lord has chosen us to do the service. Like sometimes our senior acharyas or guru and goranga give us some task to do. So sometimes the task is very difficult and the doubt come into our mind. But if the senior acharya or guru or goranga has asked us to do something, we should not have any doubt that yes, they have asked me to do this difficult task. Why should I do it? Our goal should be, let's do it without wasting a single moment. So now, Srila Prabhupada, when he started the movement of ISKCON, all his disciples who were around there, whoever he was coming into contact, that time were they were all hippies. They were not 100% devotees that time. But look at Srila Prabhupada and his devotees. The devotees have tremendous faith on Srila Prabhupada's words. So because of that, those devotees became so many wonderful book writers. Some of them became so wonderful preachers. Some of them became, gurus, and some of them became wonderful gardeners. Some of them became wonderful carpenters, and some of them they became very wonderful cooks and chefs. And where every day or the other, we try to search for them and we try to listen about them. We try to see how they served Srila Prabhupada so nicely. They have become example for us. So our Acharya says sometimes that Krishna does extraordinary work through ordinary people. So we can see from these examples we can see from this example basically that we need to surrender to Krishna and his plans, because at the end, Krishna is going to come us to rescue us and to help us to guide his mission. Now we can this current verse basically we are discussing about how Lord Brahma is getting distressed and how he is reaching out to Sri Hari. Now, how to render service also we should understand also from Brahma. Brahma knew very well that Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Hari, Sri Krishna, has given him a Herculean task to create the universe. So Brahma is a surrendered soul. He started assisting Krishna to create the universe. Brahma did not say that I am going to do my sadhana, I am going to feel the presence of Sri Hari within my heart, and I will sit in front of a lotus, and I am just going to chant my mantras and do my spiritual endeavors. But instead, Lord asked him to help him in create the material universe. So here, Brahmaji is helping Narayan to create the universe. So in the process, we see that the demons are created, and what the demons do? The demons initially they attacked. What happened? What they do? They basically attacked Brahmaji. So Brahmaji is we see here that when we do sadhana, sometimes when do devotional service, sometimes the situation in such a way that it not be palatable for us. It sometimes become obnoxious for us, like the situation Brahmaji is now. So Brahmaji that time did not complain that Sri Hari, you gave me this service and now I have so many difficulties are coming. These demons are chasing me. I am not going to do this service. But instead, what Brahmaji did? Brahmaji basically he rendered some devotional prayers to Lord Hari. He approached Lord Hari for his protection. Why he approached Lord Hari protection? Because he wanted to do the service peacefully and nicely for a completion. So Brahmaji is offering prayer. In the previous verse, we saw that Brahmaji is saying, Pahiman, Pahiman, Krishna Pahiman, from this difficult situation, what I am here now. You are the only shelter. You remove me from this obstacle so that I can do my sadhana nicely, so that I can be instrumental in executing this devotional service. So Brahmaji is offering prayer here that Krishna, you are the only protector, and who holds your lotus feet. Basically, he is not going to, he is going to be always successful, not only in this material world. At the end, basically, he will get your association in the spiritual world. And whoever is not taking your shelter, then you are not there when he is in distress. In fact, he gets into so many troubles. So Brahmaji is offering prayers like this, and it's prayer and humble mood. He is going to assist in creation. So many difficulties are there. The demons are chasing him. And still, Brahmaji has tremendous faith in Krishna, that Krishna has asked him to help in creation, to do these creations. So definitely Krishna at the end will be there to rescue Brahmaji. So Brahma has that faith in the lotus feet of Sri Hari. The Sri Hari will be always there. So we should understand from Brahma's example here, when we are having some devotional service, though it appear too difficult to us, we should still do this devotional service, not quitting that. And in a prayerful mode, when we have difficulties, we should reach out to shelter of lotus feet of Krishna. Because we know that Krishna is always there to protect us. There are so many examples in Srimad Bhagavatam. Each page we see, and if each page we open, we see that Krishna always comes there to rescue. And Krishna has a habit of doing extraordinary work to ordinary people. And we can see an example, like Arjuna's example in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was in a remorseful, confused state. At the end, what happened? Arjuna took the shelter of Krishna, and he became out of this remorseful and confused state. And he fought very vigorously with his opponents, with the Kauravas, and whatever Krishna asked him, he established as a hero at the end in the Kurukshetra war. Then there are so many examples we will see, as an example of Gajendra and as the example of Ambarish Maharaj, how Krishna was there always to rescue his dear devotees. Now, how to offer prayers while doing sadhana and how should be our mood? We can take an example from Maharani Kunti. We all know that Maharani Kunti was on to Krishna, and Kunti's sons, like all the Panchapandavas, were very dear to Arjuna, very dear to Krishna. In fact, Arjuna was Krishna's close associate, his friend, and Arjuna and Krishna and Yudhishthira, they had a brotherly relationship. But still, Kunti being the aunt of Krishna and Kunti being Maharaja Pandu's wife, he went to so many atrocities, so many calamities in her life. At a young age, when she was wedded, her husband was dead. Maharaj Pandu, he was dead. And Kunti basically was a widowed mother of 5 kids. She did not get support from her in-laws. In fact, her son Bhima was given a poison laddu. Then they were, due to the Duryodhana's conspiracy, Duryodhana and Dushasan conspiracies, what happened? They tried to burn all her 5 sons. So whenever all these calamities are happening, what was happening? At the end, Krishna was always there. Krishna basically rescued them. So many calamities came. Krishna basically rescued them. They didn't have a kingdom to rule. There was a gambling game. In that gambling game, her sons were defeated. Again, that was also a conspiracy. And her daughter-in-law, Maharani Draupadi, Dushasana was trying to disturb her. It's such a difficult situation, such a pain they were going through. And now, after this Kurukshetra war, this Aswathama is attacking basically Uttara, and Uttara basically her granddaughter-in-law, and within Uttara's womb, our Parikshit Maharaj was there. So Krishna has rescued Parikshit Maharaj. Now, after all these things happened, and this Panchapandavas has got the Hastinapur kingdom back, and they are nicely situated. Then Krishna, staying few days in Hastinapur, he decided to go back to his palatial kingdom, Dwarikapuri. So Krishna is basically here in the picture. If you see, Krishna is basically mounting on a chariot, and he is planning to go to Dwarika. That moment, basically, Mother Kunti is running and approaching Vasudev, and he's offering a beautiful prayer. These prayers are basically, who is in our day-to-day life, we should look into these prayers very often, because the prayers are the essence of our sadhana. So Maharani Kunti is praying to Lord Srihari that I wish that all these calamities will happen again and again, so that I could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. So when, just imagine a situation like Krishna is going to come and stand in front of us, and we see that Krishna is there. What will be our action? We'll immediately run to Krishna and we'll tell, hey Krishna, this happened, that happened. Immediately a complaint register will start. And sometimes we can see we have so much complaining attitude in our nature. If we see a near and dear and devotee or nearby, we never asked him how your spiritual sadhana is going on, how many Srimad Bhagavatam or SP or BG you studied. What we do instead, we started saying, no, my son is not doing well, my car broke, I have this problem, my health is not good. A lot of complaints started. So similarly, when we see Krishna, what will you do? We start opening up our complaint registered book. Like Chitragupta has a list of accounts, we'll also start open up our accounts. And so the Krishna, this happened 5 years back, this happened 10 years back, my car broke, can I get a good car, can I get a good house? Our demand register will increase, and our complaint register also will increase. So basically we'll bombard Krishna with so many complaints and so many demands. But instead, Mother Kunti, is basically, we see that, like Bhagavatam, a lot of times it says that women are less intelligent. So here Kunti, we can see that is a less intelligent lady. He's asking such an intelligent, he's basically putting for the intelligent condition here. So Mother Kunti, instead of telling that accounting that you gave Krishna so many troubles to my sons, you gave so many trouble to me. You are my own child, but you gave me so many troubles. But can you tell me a end date when the troubles will end? Can I tell a last date after this that the trouble won't come? Kunti could have asked this question. Kunti could have asked, hey Krishna, why my daughter-in-law was disturbed? Why do so many atrocities on my kids? Kunti could have asked, why me? Why you chosen me? You didn't find anybody else to give this kind of atrocities or this kind of distress situation? But Maharani Kunti knew that however distress or however distressful condition, Krishna will put her at the end. Krishna will come to rescue her. She has that much amount of faith on Krishna that Krishna will come at the end for his protection. Because in Bhagavad Gita it says that Paritrana Sadhunam Vinasaya Chatusritam, means Krishna will always come to protect her. And forget about Sadhu and others. Krishna is Kunti's own dear aunt, and Kunti has tremendous faith on Krishna, and her sons have tremendous faith on Krishna. So when there is a faith and when there is a humility mode, Krishna is always there to protect. So Kunti knew that how many atrocities will come, Krishna is always there, will always be there. And she also knew that seeing Krishna means there is always 100% success, because she knew that wherever Krishna, where is Arjuna, in Bhagavad Gita says that there is always success. So he knew that again and again, let the calamities come, again and again, let the troubles have come, again and again, give me those kind of, distressful situation. Why? Because in this distressful situation, I'll always try to remember you. And since I will always remember you, you will always come to my rescue, and I will be always seeing you at the end. So seeing Krishna at the end means what? There won't be any birth and death. Basically, from all this material distress and material agony will go. And what will happen? We will get Krishna's eternal association. We'll get basically an entry in Krishna's Bhagavatam, and we'll be always a servitor of Krishna. And by doing devotional service to Krishna, at the end, we will definitely have a blissful time. Seeing Krishna definitely have a lot of bliss, because Krishna is basically Madan Mohan. He attracts everybody. So when Mother Kunti is offering this kind of prayers, he's 100% sure that let all the calamities come, again and again let it come, because Krishna will definitely come, because he cannot see his dear devotees in distress condition. This is the topic about Maharani Kunti. Now, we can see from the example, Srimad Bhagavatam example, that when Gajendra was struck by the crocodile, Gajendra basically is an animal body. We see he's an elephant. Elephant, like we saw, we spoke about the condition of Maharani Kunti. She is a woman and less intelligent. But now here there is a more better example of this, the Gajendra. Gajendra basically was attacked by crocodile inside the water, where it is not his, like own abode. Gajendra is very, very powerful, but inside the water, the elephants are basically, they don't have any energy. So, but that time, when Gajendra is offering his prayer, Supreme Lord Srihari basically he's mounting on Garuda and he's coming to rescue Gajendra. Why? Because Gajendra has offered prayer and he has basically surrender at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. The last example I was thinking to share about Maharaj Ambarish. All these examples we saw that the other persons are sometimes demoniac or sometimes they have demoniac mentality. But when his own devotees are in distress condition by some sadhus or some learned person, that time also Krishna also comes for rescuing. Like Maharaj Ambarish was a very devotional king, and he was always basically he was surrendered to Lord. Whatever his entire kingdom, whatever he was doing, his king, his everything, he was centered along with Krishna. Now Maharaj Ambarish, we know the story that Ambarish Maharaj was doing Ekadasi fasting, and after the Ekadasi fasting, he was about to break. That time basically Durvasa Muni has appeared. So Durvasa Muni, he requested, yes, you come and take, take the breakfast with me as a kingly, gesture. He requested. So Durvasa Muni went to take shower, and by the time Durvasa Muni is coming back, it was getting a little bit delayed. So with our and the Ekadasi fasting, we have to take the fast at right time. Since it was fasting, and to honor the Ekadasi fasting principle, Ambarish Maharaj, with learned sages, other his associates advice, he took little bit water to break the fast. So what happened? That time Durvasa Muni appeared and he chastised. He was, after chastising also, he was not happy. So what he did? He tried to create a demon who is basically going to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But now when this happened, Ambarish Maharaj, since was a surrendered king, Lord Krishna came into rescue. The Sudarshan Chakra, if you see in the picture, he basically released the Sudarshan Chakra, and the Sudarshan Chakra started chasing Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni, to save his basically life, he ran all around. While running all around, nobody could save him. At the end, he reached Lord Narayan's abode. That time, Lord Narayan told him, "You have offended my devotee. So you go and take shelter of Ambarish Maharaj, then only you will be rescued." So after this, Durvasa Muni reached Ambarish Maharaj, and Ambarish Maharaj, since he is always a sadhu, he didn't mind it, and that's how Ambarish Maharaj got saved. So all this example, we see that how surrendering to lotus feet of Sri Hari, how all our distressful condition can turn down to a different way, and how when we are not surrendered to Lord never comes for our rescue. So Srimad Bhagavatam, in all these examples, and specifically from this Brahma's example, we can see that how we should be surrendered in our service and on what mode we should serve, because at the end, since we are surrendered, Lord Hari will be always there to rescue us from all these calamities and all these distressful conditions. With this, we would like to end today's discussion. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, Mataji. We like to bless everybody, wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. We like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Jai Jai Nrsinga, Praladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam. उग्रवीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। नरसिंह भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpataruvesya kripa sindhuvacha patitanaham pavanabhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Granthāraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Yamunande Hari Hari.
Thank you, Premasarovar Mataji.
Thank you, Premasarovar Mataji.
Thank you, everyone. Hare